I want to take just a second here because we've talked a lot about a lot of different things that people might have more questions about. And there are two amazing products. There's Skills and IBT, which is the Institute for Behavioral Training. And every week they offer something free to our audience during COVID. So I want to take just a second here to say that this week, for ABA parents and guardians, they're offering the free IBT parent e-learning course, Parent Communication and Socialization. I mean, as you're starting into the summer months coming out of COVID, could there be a better thing for you as a caregiver to look at communication and socialization? It's free to you. And I'm going to get your pencil ready because I'm going to tell you the number that you call to get that. For teachers who are just now, if you've got a teacher that you want to give a gift to because it's the end of the school year, or if you are going to be homeschooling this summer, or you're a teacher or a teacher, whatever, they're offering every week a different e-learning module. And this week it's Educator, the Social Environment, and that's available for free. How amazing is that? They are also continuing to offer their RBT 2.0 training course. This is the Registered Behavior Technician, the portion of it that's online, the coursework. It's a 40-hour course, and that is free to parents on a case-by-case basis. You have to be willing to do the 40 hours. So you'll need to call them if you're motivated to do that. And in addition to that, they also have all of Skills products are 10% discount. We've talked a lot today. Evelyn has brought up getting a functional behavior assessment and coming up with an intervention plan. There is a tool, a behavior intervention plan tool builder in Skills, and it's all that and many other things are 10% off right now. What you need to do to be eligible for any of these free things or the discount is to call this number, 877-975-4559. Again, that's 877-975-4559. You'll tell them that you saw it on Autism Live, or you can say, Shannon sent me. I always joke and say, ask them for the friends and family discount. I think they think I'm crazy. But there's really useful stuff, and it's free. So why not? Why would you not take advantage of that? So if, Parker has written in a question about somebody having meltdowns in the UK where they don't have access to ABA, IBT and doing that course, that will give you all of the different strategies to be able to do that. I will say that if you are requesting any of these things and you are outside of the US and you're not able to call that 877 number, please feel free to email me your request, and I forward all the overseas ones directly over to them and they'll email you back. It usually takes a week or two, so I just want to warn you about that. Christina wants to know, how do I get my child not to suck his fingers? He's 8 years old, and this is a health concern. He sucks his fingers for comfort. He does not like chewy. He is nonverbal.
Yeah, it's in this situation, it's like thumb sucking, right? It's comfort, it's relaxing. It's going back to the function again. If it is purely comfort, depending on level of understanding, there are other ways that comfort can be had. And it might be that you'll have to do some inventory exploration. Like, are there other things that actually comfort him? Because actually that's what happens as you grow older, right? We have little babies who thumb suck for comfort and kind of self-calming, but they grow out of it because they learn other ways to get comfort and to calm. And so it might be that while he's finger sucking now, you might start introducing, whether it's music or maybe weighted blankets or certain texture of a blanket. Like, if there's something else in his life that is very comforting, you might start wanting to bring that out so that he gets access to it more in a more appropriate way. Because once he starts learning that these other things can be comforting, then you can start decreasing, the thumb sucking and or the finger sucking, because yeah, because of COVID and germs and everything else, it is a big health concern. So that is like one of the things that can be done is you need to start figuring out what other things can calm him and making those things accessible, easily accessible. So it might be like with some kids, if there's like a certain, like some of our kids like texture, right? They love the blanket and they love the way it feels a certain way. I actually will tell parents, hey, let's see if there's any clothing made out of this, and if there is, like whether it's a hoodie or a sweatshirt or like a sweater that's made out of it, let's make this like the comforting item that they can put on, and that just makes them feel good. And maybe that's enough comfort to get them from to going through the process. On the other hand, to counter all the thumb sucking and finger sucking and all of that, is I give them a rule. Like I start, and the thing is, you have to reinforce it consistently if you're going to teach them rule, just like with anything else, in that if you are going to suck your fingers, you first need to go wash your hands with soap and water for X amount of time, dry it, and then if you're going to suck your fingers, you have to go in your room. Like I'll start putting rules on it. Like this is the only time, and you can't touch anything else in between. And then after you're finished sucking your fingers, you need to go wash your hands, soap and water, the whole deal, dry them, and it becomes kind of punishing because the effort, amount in having to wash your hands twice, beginning and end, it becomes annoying just because of the amount of effort involved in that. And then if you make something alongside it that is more appropriate and more safe, then they kind of counter and they work together. And then you start to see the kids move over. It takes time, especially if he's 8 and he's been sucking his fingers for 8 years. You're not going to get rid of this overnight. I think sometimes we forget, like a lot of times when our kids get older and we realize, what, that's a behavior that's no longer safe or appropriate anymore, we forget how long they've been doing it and how often. And if you want them to learn another behavior to replace it, you have to be consistently implementing it and reinforcing it for a good amount of time. If they've been doing that 8 years, you're not getting rid of this in 2 days. It might be you're doing this for 8 months, but it's okay as long as it's going to come. And so I think a lot of times families try things, but they don't try it long enough because it's a lot of work to make your child follow through. And I understand that, that it is a lot of work for follow through, and there's a lot of other demands going on in your life. So I always tell families that if you're going to teach a replacement behavior that requires a lot of effort on your part, don't start doing it until you're ready to be able to follow through and commit to a certain amount of time, a long enough time. Because if you start it and then you fail and you don't follow through, it's just wasted effort on your part and on the child's effort, on the child's side. So just make sure that you're able to follow through and that you're committed to following through, and then it does work.
Great advice. Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.